Good evening, everybody. Yalancy Peterson here. It is 9:18 p.m. It is still Friday, February 16th, 2018. I'm currently, I think I'm in Culver City right now. Just finished eating a little bit of dinner. I'm about to get out here to start working on, I guess this is the All-Star Weekend, beginning of the All-Star Weekend. This is a follow-up to what happened last night. Soon after I logged off the app and I'm on my way home, my gut told me to turn the app back on. And so I did. I turned the app back on and I received a call for an UberX at a strip club. And I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to pick up on the ladies who works there. But it was kind of early to pick up because usually I haven't picked up anyone from a strip club until about 4 o'clock in the morning. So I get to the club, pick up the customer, and I'm like, I have met this person somewhere before. He looked very familiar. And I realized that it was the guy that passed out in my car when I was an UberX driver. I couldn't believe it. Now, I left that video last month talking about the guy who saw the car. He came to me, he crammed into the rear seat, and he promptly passed out. I needed the cops to get him out the car. That was like number 3 on my worst trips ever. But to see him again after basically a year was remarkable, and that he requested me UberX. The first thing he said when he got in the car, he thanked me for picking him up, which I found unusual. I don't check ratings of the customers when I do the request. I just tag them and bag them. But I think the reason why he appreciated me picking him up was because he had a bad rating. And I could understand why, because I had a really bad experience with the guy. But, hey, it was forgotten about. Anyway, it was real cool. He didn't pass out, and I got him to his house okay. Then, after that, I had a request near LAX. There's a private jet location near LAX. And I picked up a guy there and took him to the W in Hollywood. And he ordered me Uber Black. Those 3 trips, the one with my worst ride ever, the gentleman that I picked up that was one of my worst rides ever, and this new person from the private jet spot, those 3 trips doubled what I made in the day. I went from $269 to $460 just like that. And it was early morning trips. I'm naturally a night owl. I've done night owl trips driving for I've worked graveyard for most of my working career. That's what I'm used to. When I was a bus operator, I specialized in working late nights. I'm the guy that takes the assignments that no one else wants because I tend to get my way. The reason why that trip last night with the lady was particularly scary was because I really had no protection, no way to really defending myself. Uber has basically demonstrated that they will take the side of the customer first. If a complaint is made, my account will be immediately suspended until they complete their investigation. Who knows how long that will be. So when I had her in my car, I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to balance out all of the things that could go wrong against what I needed as a driver and what I needed to basically just make sure this entire situation ultimately turned out the way it did. You know, I'm worried about, okay, I want this trip because I want to make the money. I want to get a good rating from this trip. But also, the moment she entered my vehicle, I am responsible for her. I don't care what anyone's opinion is on it, but think about it. Let's say she entered my car, got upset, and I told her she had to get out of my car. I canceled the ride. And then let's say later on, something else happens to her big enough. Well, that will expose me and Uber to liability. That's just how the legal system is in this country. And y'all know it. If someone came out and assaulted her, they would have blamed the driver. Why didn't you just let her stay in your car the whole way? You could have handled her rubbing on you. That was no big deal. It wasn't that bad. Instead, you were bad. I'm playing all of this in my mind as she is basically, I would say it's battery. I won't even say it was an assault. I mean, hey, she was flirty when it came down to it. She was drunk, intoxicated. She was having fun. I wasn't comfortable with it, but at the same time, as a driver and as a person who is professionally trained to handle people who are intoxicated, or in other words, their cognition is disabled in a certain way, I have to be the bigger person. And so that's what I did. I made sure that I fulfilled my primary objective with her, and that was to ensure that she got home safely. And because of that, the ride turned out okay, but it was still my worst ride. All right, so that's my follow-up for the video that happened that night. There is a video that I did make of a ride. I made it, but I didn't publish it. I was very, very angry after this particular ride, and I will publish that video. It was a couple that I picked up in Venice, and they used drugs in my car, and I dropped them off at Chateau Marmont, and I was infuriated. Oh my God, I was mad, and I recorded the video to document it. I'm going to review that video, and I will post it so you all can see that one. I think they used heroin in my car because they had a little white baggie. I showed it in the video and everything, and it was something else. All right, this was just an update video. I ain't got nothing special to talk about tonight. Just saying hey to those of you that really like my videos. To the haters, hey, keep on hating on. It's all right. You know, I got much love for you too. All right, have a good one. Take care, and I will catch you on the next video.